Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
We got a packed wrestling weekend, Larson. One of the many shows that's running this weekend, of course, is AEW Double or Nothing, Doble o Nada. In Espanol, that's how you say it in Spanish. You know. Anyways, it's an English language show here. So we're going to do our predictions exclusively in English, Larson.
All right, let's get started.
Is it just me, or are there a lot of foregone conclusions on this particular?
I mean, there's 8 matches announced out as of us filming this, and I feel like at the very least 7 of the 8 kind of know who's going to win.
I got like 6 out of the 8. It's a definitive. So I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious what you have in terms of the one that we disagree on, maybe. Anyway, where would you like to begin today?
Let's start with the Continental Championship match. You got Okata facing the challenger, Speedball Mike Bailey. Steve, who do you got?
As it was stated on the broadcast, Speedball Mike Bailey hasn't been pinned. He's on a winning streak.
Nice try.
Kazuchika Okata let me finish, please. He's been champion for a long time now, and I feel like it might be time in the near future for Kazuchika Okata to lose that Continental Championship. Therefore, with 5 confidence points, I am choosing Mike Speedball Bailey to lose this match against Kazuchika Okata. Dude, I have 5 on this. Could easily be 8. I'm wondering, I guess dialing back out the big picture a little bit, I'm wondering, and that's sort of the thing is like, which one of these foregone conclusion matches has the best shot at being like a shocking upset? And it's not, it's not this one.
No.
So I've got 5 because there are several that are like absolute locks above even this one. But there's no uncertainty here. Speedball loses.
Yeah, I got Okada with 5 as well. The only chance in the near future he has at losing this title and a match is against Kenny Omega at All In, if they do a title unification bout. That's it. He ain't losing before then.
I mean, for the sake of conversation, is there the chance that they don't want to do titles unification so somebody loses their title in advance of All In which case this is not a terrible opportunity? No? Okay.
No, Okada wins.
All right.
Let's move on to is it a stretcher match or an ambulance match? Whatever. You got to be put on a stretcher, put in an ambulance to lose. We got Ricochet versus Mark Brisco. Again, I'm pretty darn sure.
They're calling it a stretcher match. Is it like a WWE thing? They don't want to do like WWE calls it ambulance match?
Could be. Could be. Maybe it's just a situation where you got to get him on the stretcher and, you got those buckles.
Because that's what I thought when they kept on calling stretcher match. I was like, look, I'll be honest with you. I was kind of half paying attention. But I did hear him say stretcher match a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is this just you got to put him on a stretcher? Is there going to be an ambulance there?
I don't know. But if a stretcher, you could easily get off the stretcher. It's got to be sort of like a coffin match. You put him in the coffin. You got to close the lid.
Felt like the clips are the thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, of the 7 to 8 match, well, let's say the 6 matches, I should say. The 6 matches that I'm sure both of us are thinking are certainties. I feel like this is one of them that if it went the other way, I wouldn't be terribly shocked, though I'm not expecting it. Simply because no one's eating a pin here. Stipulation match where no one's going to get submitted or pinned. They got put in a stretcher and get buckled onto it, put in an ambulance, whatever the finish is going to be.
Yeah.
That being said, Ricochet's in the midst of a push. Ricochet is probably going to win. That being said, I only have 3 confidence points on it. It could easily be higher, but I got Ricochet with 3 right now.
This is one of my locks here with Ricochet winning. I've got, just 1 confidence point more. I've got, I think 6. Yeah, I got 6 on this one.
That's and 3 more than me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said, no, I'm sorry. 1 more than the last match I had. And the reason why is because Brisco's already beat Ricochet.
Oh, that's right.
So with that, I was like, When that happened, I was like, okay, so Ricochet is going to get one back on him. And so sure enough, they're doing it at pay-per-view. I almost call this premium live event. Going to do this at pay-per-view. Yes, you're right. It's a stipulation match, which could mean anything. But like you also said, Ricochet's in the middle of a push right now. And so I feel like him getting this win over Mark Briscoe on pay-per-view makes up for the fact that he already took the loss. Mm-hmm. So that to me says this is one of those that we can't budge on. I'll tell you which ones I could budge on or wouldn't shock me. But it's not this one. This one I've got pretty firm Ricochet, yeah.
I had forgotten that Briscoe already beat Ricochet. It's a good call. Let's talk about a tag match. You got FTR taking on Nigel McInness and Daniel Garcia. Steve, what do you got?
All right, man. So this is the one that I ended up falling all the way down. And I don't think I got 4 confidence points. So just one below the Okata speedball match, which was a lock. Okay, so clearly, dude, this is a lock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, FTR's winning.
I wouldn't. This is the one, though. I think this is the one that I wouldn't be shocked, given that it's not a title match. FTR's had the upper hand on these guys kind of the entire time, although Collision's coming up, so maybe it'll change.
Yeah, it's a contract signing.
I feel like FTR's had the upper hand on these guys the entire time. And this whole thread of we've got no chance because it's FTR. No chance because it's FTR. I've got 4 confidence points on FTR. This is one that wouldn't shock me if it went the other way. I would be surprised, and I know this is going to be like, oh, they just put up a damn good fight. They took them to their limit, and they shouldn't have even done that. So I've got 4 on FTR, but this is one that I'm like, all right, I wouldn't be super shocked if it went the other way.
See, it's interesting. I have FTR with the same amount of confidence points, but I'm like,
this is
there's the slimmest of chances. I feel like that Nigel and Daniel Garcia gets the win here. Like FTR just turned heel not long ago.
Yeah, I know.
think this is their first pay-per-view match since the heel turn.
First one was Stokely, I think, too.
Yeah, they ain't losing.
Yeah, I know.
Under those circumstances, they ain't losing.
Yeah.
I'm sure Nigel and Daniel will stand tall at the contract signing. Give us the go-home math necessary to firmly indicate that FTR is getting this win. I got FTR with 4.
All right.
I just feel more confident about other matches.
Yeah.
One of them, this next one, the AEW Tag Team title match, Hurt Syndicate versus Sons of Texas. Steve, I got Hurt Syndicate 7.
Hey. Okay. Hear me out. And no, I've got Hurt Syndicate, and it started out Hurt Syndicate at 7, but then I felt like other matches were more of a lock, and I guess including the FTR one. And here's my only reason.
Wow, you got 3 on Hurt Syndicate, huh?
I have 3 on Hurt Syndicate, and I think it could be 8.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna let Sammy Guevara talk. That segment on Dynamite was so trash because it was like, oh, is something happening here with the contract? Is Lashley not? Is Cedric going to show up? What's going to happen here? And then it was just, hey, oh, we like our gold. We want all your gold too. I've been doing this for 70 years.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara, meanwhile, not talking at all.
Yeah, it was a letdown.
The weirdness of the MJF Hurt Syndicate thing. What if Max fucks it for them? What if MJF accidentally fucks it for Hurt Syndicate and that gets into the Bobby Lashley MJF thing? And that's the only reason why I've got 1 less confident point here. But honestly, dude, if this was any other team that wasn't, what are they, the Sons of Texas? Hey, the Sons of Texas?
Yeah.
If it wasn't them, I'd be like, oh, dude, MJF might screw this up for these guys. If it was like, I don't know, the Acclaimed was still a thing. You know what I mean? Like if it was, maybe Crew or a private party, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Max would screw it for them. But it's like, they're not going to put the tag team titles on the Sons of Texas. But again, with the exception of, I think, 2 matches, everything could be an 8. So this could be an 8, but I just have it at 3 because maybe they're going to use it to advance the story, but it could be an 8.
Yeah. That's why I have 7. Next.
Hey.
Finals for the Women's Owen tournament. Got Mercedes Moné taking on Jamie Hayter. Steve, who do you got?
Mercedes with 8. The reason why is because they've been. This is why this is my lock of the night. They have been, and even though it's been a really fun feud, if they hadn't been simply building Mercedes and Tony for All In, if they hadn't been doing that, which granted is for Tony's title,
Yeah.
but I think they're going to go in there with both titles. They're both going to go in there with wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my lock of the night. Mercedes with 8.
I got Mercedes with 6. Could easily be 8. Yeah, I've been enjoying what they've been doing with this feud so far. This match is going to be awesome.
The match is going to be great, and they've done a great job. You know, from Hayter coming back in the pre-show of I think last year's All In, to where she's at now, a legitimate title contender for arguably. I mean, it's the 1A, 1B at this point with Mercedes and Tony. They've done a hell of a job with both these titles.
They have.
Yeah.
All right, Anarchy in the Arena time, Steve. You got the Death Riders and Young Bucks teaming up against the Ops, Swerve, Willow, and Kenny Omega. I mean, the Death Riders and Young Bucks stood tall on Dynamite last night, which leads me to believe Team Swerve's getting the win. I got 2 confidence points on Swerve leading his team to victory.
Yeah, the math doesn't really math here, though, because, like, there's still, like, the Death Riders kind of outnumber the other team by 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus, and then, but you add in Gabe Kidd, who's going to be there.
Yeah.
That's like 7 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, so no, never mind. Okay, it is 6 on 6.
Yeah, the match itself is 6 on 6, yeah.
It is. Okay, yeah. I for some reason I thought it was 6 on 5. Yeah, Gabe Kidd's out there. But it's a Death Riders match that Mox isn't. He doesn't have the title up for it.
Nope.
So Team Swerve.
Team Swerve.
Two confidence points. Same as you. Yeah.
2 confidence.
This is one of those This is one of those, and it's funny because like I don't know. There's like the least amount of conversation. This is one of those that can go either way though.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a lock necessarily.
I don't necessarily think it is a lock if you go solely by go home math. Of course, Collision hasn't aired yet.
Yeah. Has Collision been taped?
Yeah.
Was it a taped one?
Yeah, I think it was a taped one because they're in today.
Okay.
Next up for the AEW Women's Championship, Toni Storm taking on Mina Shirakawa. Steve, who do you got?
I got 7 on Timeless Toni Storm because this, again, all signs point to Toni versus Mercedes. This probably actually should be 8 now that I think about it because it's her title that's on the line at All In for the Owen thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I'll probably, once we get to the predictions form, I'll switch this 7 for 8. Yeah, this could be 8. This is going to be an 8 for Toni here.
It's an 8 for me on Toni Storm to get the win. She's not losing this match, double or nothing. She's going to walk into All In as champion. All right, main event. Final for the men's Owen Cup. Got Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page. I think they've done a fantastic job between like the 2 talkie segments they've had, the tag match they had, of building up this match, of giving this match a heck of a lot more meaning than winning a tournament.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Especially the segment last night, which was really long, but I thought added so much depth to what's going on here. I got Ospreay with 1. I could easily be convinced to go with Hangman for him to get the All-In match, and then Ospreay gets his title opportunity at Forbidden Door in August. I could totally be convinced that's the case.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know. It's something Ospreay said last night on Dynamite when he said to Hangman, hey, if you win, I'm happy for you, and I got your back against the Death Riders. I hope you do the same for me. And I could totally see a thing happening at All In where there's this huge scrum, overbooked finish, and Hangman comes out there and he's hesitant to help because he's upset that Ospreay beat him. I could see that moment happening at the end. That's kind of the deciding factor for me right now, as kind of maybe minor as it seems. So I got Ospreay with 1.
You think even with Anarchy going down with all that stuff, it could spill somehow into the main event?
No, I'm talking about at All In.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I have Ospreay with 1 as well. I feel like because they're going to be doing Forbidden Door, I don't think they're going to do the Drew Roman thing where Ospreay walks into his home territory with the title shot in August, and he ends up losing that because he's not going to beat Mox. It's going to be Darby. So yeah, man, I got Ospreay with 1. I think he goes on to All In. I think Hangman needs to figure out his shit away from the title. I think he's got to make that realization.
Yeah, and I think there's got to be more between him and Swerve.
And I agree with that too. I think he needs to understand that is going to be the resolution to his issues at home that he talked about. He thinks he needs the title to resolve all that, but that's not what he needs. That won't fulfill what he needs. And so I don't think he wins here. I think Ospreay wins here.
Yep. I think so too.
Agree with that. But I got 1 confidence point because I could easily go the other way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for the predictions for AEW's Double or Nothing. We'll do our review on that on Monday. So be sure to join us for that. Until next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.